life coach, your relationship coach, your girl Tonetta. Of course, bringing you another video this morning. Hey, Facebook, good morning again. This is your girl Tonetta Clay, life and relationship coach, here to bring you a video this morning talking about the article that I posted on yesterday. The article I posted on yesterday, hopefully you all got a chance to look at that, or at least click the link to at least read more about it. It was about women in low sex drives. And I was trying to make sure that I brought this information, of course, from what the article said too, because I know I've talked about this. It's been probably a while ago that I've talked about sex and sex drives and that kind of thing. Probably like the last sometime last year, I'm sure I have talked about that, and I will be bringing that information back too, just to let y'all know. But like I said, this video is definitely talking about just to give it my point of view about the decreased sex desire in women, how that study was linked to stress and fatigue, having to take care of kids and all those kind of things. So like I said, I definitely want to bring that to the forefront. And hey, Harris, Ray White, thank you for tuning in. And like I said, this video is for the women and for the men as well. But of course, it's focused more on how the men can be peace for their women when it comes to stress, fatigue, childbearing, sharing the chores, and all those types of things as well. So just keep that in mind, y'all. But like I said, the article yesterday, it was talking about how women's sex drive, not every single woman, but there was a lot of women who, of course, had lower sex drives in the study that they did. So like I said, definitely go back and click on that study, on the study that they did, how the lower sex drive came from women being so stressed, so fatigued, especially if they had kids at home too, they had to take care of, and working and all those kind of things too. And like I said, that is definitely a thing, fellas. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, a lot of times it seems like, of course, the chores that we do in the household, the cooking, the cleaning, the mopping the floors, to clean the bathrooms, or whatever it is, washing the dishes, or putting dishes in the dishwasher, whatever it is, or vacuuming, taking care of the kids, and the rearing of the kids. A lot of times that still fall on the women. Well, unless you're a single father, but a lot of times it still falls on the women. And I know that a lot of times, of course, men may work, both are working. Of course, coming home, trying to get things together, prepare for dinner is used. A lot of times, I can't say it's every single time, but like I said, a lot of the times, at least more than 50% is still falling on the women to do. And like I said, we have to learn how to, of course, each share the responsibilities within the household, not just having to follow one person. And that's what this particular study was talking about. It was talking about how, like I said, the women are stressed and fatigued, just tired, coming home from work, tired, still have to take care of the kids, get the kids baths and all this type of stuff, while the man is usually watching TV or hanging out with the fellas, doing something else, while they're trying to rush and get things done so that they can have some type of me time, if they even get to that, before they go to bed. And like I said, I've worked with women. I've worked with young teens as well. I work with a lot of people in the social work field, even in the coaching, talking to like a lot of the coaches out there as well. And like I said, this is still an issue. I mean, it's not. Of course, it hadn't went away today at all. But like I said, this is definitely something that we can definitely work on. Like I said, I'm speaking to the fellas on this, because this talking about men bringing the ladies peace. We all. Well, you may not know, men, I put it that way, but a lot of women do not want their household to be in disarray, dirty, nasty. I'm sure men like that too. But some folks, of course, OCD, this kind of thing, want the house clean, want the house in some type of order, want the house smelling nice, not the trash, busting all the trash can, the dishes all over the place. And all women ask, of course, I can't say all women, but some women are asking, of course, that you just help, of course, with the chores. And like I said, I definitely have heard this a lot, whether it's on TikTok as well. Some of the videos I've done on there, TikTok, LinkedIn, that kind of thing. I'm all over the place with the videos and sharing this kind of information. And like I said, it's just not on Facebook and Instagram. I hear about this a lot of different places, that women just need help from the men to, of course, help to add more to the household, not just come home and relax while they're rushing, trying to get dinner on, rushing, trying to get the kids settled, trying to get homework, trying to do all these things. And granted, like I said, there are some guys out there who do, of course, help with all those kind of things, but a lot of them, from what I understand, a lot more don't. At least more than 50% don't. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, from this article, like I said, when the women are taking on all these responsibilities, and the guy, of course, at the end of the night is wanting sex and all this kind of stuff, the women are, by that time, I've been in this situation too, so I can't say it's just those women. It was me as well. Tired, you don't want to do anything. Yes, you are tired. You've been working all day, come home doing all the damn dishes, trying to get dinner, trying to get the kids, trying to do all camp, I guess, clean up behind the pets or whatever it is. That's a lot of damn work to do when you haven't even had time for yourself yet. And then for a partner to come in and say, oh, can we have sex and this kind of thing, your mind is not even focused on that. And I know a lot of men, of course, complain about that a lot too. I've heard that from that end as well, about the low sex drive, or she's always tired, and this kind of thing. Are you helping your woman in the household? There's one thing that never comes up in that conversation. Yes, it's about trying to increase the spark in the bedroom and those kind of things. But we also have to look at a woman, especially if she, like I said, if she's working, even if you have kids or not, still working, coming home, trying to clean up, trying to pick up behind somebody and doing all these things. That's a lot of stuff to do. And nobody wants to do all these, have sex and all this kind of stuff afterwards. Like I said, I've been in that situation as well many a times. And like I said, usually when the partner, when it's all the weight is on one partner to cook and clean and to have all the house tidy and feel like they have to always do all these things when the other partner's not helping, like I said, that definitely creates anger, I can tell you that. And it definitely creates resentment as well. And like I said, the sex drive, with all those things, with all the constant, this happening day in, day out, that is going to create a low sex drive. Nobody's interested in having sex when they're resentful, when they're angry, when they're the only person that's working, trying to get everything done in the household, while the other person just sitting down, relaxing, watching TV. That is unfair. And like I said, in relationships, we have to realize that if you're looking to be with this person, you wanted to be with this person, wanted to build a household with this person, that you have to share things half and half when it comes to stuff like that. Nobody wants to have things just all the time on them. The house is dirty, y'all got company coming, she's trying to get ready, get all the stuff off the floor, whatever it is. That is a hell of a lot of stuff to have to deal with alone, especially when you have a partner that's there, that's making the mess as well. Like I said, that's what this article was talking about. Like I said, I definitely want to bring this to the forefront, because I know, like I said, I've talked to a lot of men as well, who talk about their women not, which granted, all this may not have something to do with chores and all that kind of stuff for the low sex drive, but for a lot of them, like I said, definitely this could be a reason. I'm not in their household, I don't know what's going on, but like I said, this could be a reason why your woman has a low sex drive. I'm not saying that it's 100% totally the case or that kind of thing, but if you notice, if you're the one who's coming home from work and she's getting home either before or a little bit after, she's hustling and busting, trying to get food, trying to get the house clean, trying to take care of the kids if y'all have kids, or get the pets in order, or go for a walk with the dog, or whatever it is. Like I said, that is hella stressful. And when you're having time to you sitting down, honey, can you bring me some water? Honey, can you get this? She's already stressed. Get up and get this shit yourself and help her out. That's all women usually ask for. Like I said, I know a lot of people, I guess in the past, well, I don't know now, I'm sure they probably do, make fun of guys, or saying the guys in college always have the room messy and this kind of stuff all over the place. Women, most women, I can't say all women, because I've seen some nasty ass women too. But for a majority of the women, at least 75% of the women, I'm sure they like their house clean and tidy, smelling good, not trash hanging all over the place. They want to have stuff off the floor, that kind of thing, just to make the house look nice. That's what brings women peace. One of the ways that will bring a woman peace, I guess I put it that way. And the second way, of course, you helping her out in the household, not just sitting down, relaxing while she's struggling in the kitchen, trying to cook, all this kind of thing. Don't ask if she need help. Just go in there and help her. It doesn't matter if she say yes or no. If she say no, then she's lying to you. You need to go in there and help her. Trust me, I've talked to a lot of women. They will sit there and lie, say, no, I got it, no, I got it, no, I got it, and not ask for the help that they need. And then, of course, over time, I'm speaking this part to the women, then over time, your partner gets in the mode of, oh, she got it, ain't gonna even bother no more. You have to ask for what you want, ladies. This is talking to the men too, but like I said, ladies, when it comes to you not wanting to tell the whole truth that you need help, you need to be truthful with your man too. Otherwise, he will not know. But like I said, on the other end of that spectrum, fellas, you don't even have to ask her, just go on there and help. If you see her struggling, some women, a lot of women are not going to even tell you this. I can tell you that now. I've talked to many who been married years and years, have never heard this come out their woman's mouth at all, that they need help in the kitchen. But men, they do need help. And ladies, you have to start telling your man what you need. Not just expecting for him to come in there because he hears the dishes banging, or he hear you getting frustrated with the kids. That's not how that shit works. You have to also say something. Speak your truth. You have to say something. I need help, this kind of thing. And then, of course, if the man's not coming to help, then you may have the wrong kind of man. I have no idea. That's something you all have to deal with. But like I said, this whole entire article, if you all take your time to read it, is definitely talking about the low sex desire in women, was the women that they studied rather. And I have was linked to Like I said, the stress, the fatigue, having to take care of the kids and having to take care of the house all the time more than the man. It's not, one day a week is not helping your woman do anything. There are 7 days in a week. Y'all can split that up, 3 days each. Cooking, cleaning, whatever it's going to be. Cooking, if you're at home or working the evening shift or working the weekend shift or whatever it is, and you have days off during the week, then make sure you're cleaning up the house, mopping, doing the dishes, making sure the dishes are done, or wiping down the stove and the counter, or whatever it is, making the place nice for her to come home. And if she wants to cook, I guess if it's her cooking day or whatever, make sure that the kitchen is clean. Or if it's the bathroom that needs to be clean, I don't know, however you all set your chores during the week. Make sure that the bathroom is clean. If you're home, or even if she's home, she has to make sure that she's cleaning that kind of thing as well, when she doesn't have anybody else there to, of course, bother her, that kind of thing. You both have to do the same thing and split those chores up. I cannot tell you how many times I've argued about the chores and taking out the trash and all this kind of stuff with past partners. I have no idea how many times it was. And of course, at the end of the night, I'm cooking, cleaning. I just got to work. He's sitting up here all day, ain't did nothing, this kind of thing. I've had that happen many a times. Who in the hell wants to have sex after that? You're fucking tired, ready to go to bed. Yeah, you're going to be tired. You haven't had any time to yourself. The only time you get it is bedtime. So who wants to do all that? And that's something that men have to understand about women as well. I know I'll probably have to find a study for you, but I know y'all have heard about stress and fatigue before. Stress is the #1 killer of most people in this world, like in the US. There's studies out there that you can always look up. It will tell you that. Stress is the #1 killer of a lot of people. And we have to understand that by, of course, if you're wanting your partner to be ready in the mood and all this kind of stuff, lessen the stress as well as much as you can. Help your partner out. Don't just sit there and let her just work and work and work and work. You know, she just got work and she's tired and have to deal with these bitch ass coworkers. Help her out. Or if you're home all day, cook the dinner or mop the floor or clean the bathroom or whatever it is. I don't know, clean the dishes. Whatever it is, they help her out and bring her peace as well. Yes, women. I mean, yes, men, of course, we can bring you peace inside the household, but these things, I always say, it takes two to tango. It goes both ways in these situations, in any relationship that we have. It's not just on the woman, unless for some reason the woman loves to clean the kitchen all day long or clean up the whole house, and she told the man, don't worry about this kind of thing, and it's not stressing her. That's something that she loves to do because she loves to organize and do all this stuff. Most women don't, but of course, if it does, then let her do that. Or if you're the partner that loves to cook all the time and create meals and do all these things, then of course do that. Of course, I'm sure you're going to need some help prepping at some point, so still help prep and still help the person out or keep the kitchen clean so I can cook and make the meal. Then do that. Whatever kind of way y'all compliment each other, you all have to talk about those things. Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? Not just assume that the woman's going to do everything, or that even if it's the man that he's going to do everything, you have to help too. It takes two to tango. But like I said, in this study was more focused on the woman and her stress and the fatigue and taking care of the kids. And then, of course, the low sex drives come into play. A lot of men have an issue with the woman with low sex drive. But you have to understand that there's sometimes some things that you can do to, of course, help with that low sex drive as well. There's actually a lot of things that you can do to help with that low sex drive. When it comes, according to this article, stress, fatigue, help the woman out. And like I said, I'll talk more about sex, not this month. This month is all about bringing the peace into your relationship. But I will talk about sex and all that kind of stuff a little bit farther down the line. Just keep that in mind, y'all. But like I said, I'm going back to this article. This article is all about how decreased sex desire in women was linked to a study that they did, saying that stress and fatigue and related to having to take care of the children to take care of the house, how that was, of course, stressful for these women, which it is stressful for anybody. If you've ever been on that receiving end, because I have done that, where you're coming home from work and work 8-10 hours, or how many hours you work, dealing with all these folks, the coworkers, the clients, coming home, then you find all these dishes in the sink, you can't even cook. Then you got to wash the damn dishes and try to get the food going. That takes fucking hours. Nobody wants to have sex after that. Nobody wants to be touched after that. Like I said, I know a lot of women are not going to tell y'all this, men. That's why I'm bringing this to y'all, to let y'all know this. I've talked to a lot of women. You wouldn't believe. I hope many of them have not told their men anything like this at all. Yes, you will hear that I'm tired, or I don't feel like it, or I have a headache. They're probably wore the fuck out, but they're not going to tell you that. So you're hearing it from me. I guess I put it that way because I've been through that situation too. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. But like I said, thank you all for tuning into the video. Harris Ray White, and Westside Dre. Thank you for tuning in as well. I hope that y'all, that's my partner. So hello. I hope that y'all are doing well. And like I said, definitely men, like I said, you have to be the peace for your woman as well, especially if you notice that she's one of the ones who's stressed, trying to do every damn thing, and she's not asking for your help. If she's not asking for your help, just go help her anyway. Because you heard it from me. Just tell her I said to help you. I mean, I told you to help her. So, like I said, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Again, this is Tonetta Clay, your relationship and life coach, here to help you fix your relationship and your life. So, like I said, take care, y'all. And just remember that, like I said, low sex drive in women and that desire can, of course, come from stress and fatigue. So, like I said, y'all take care and have a good one.